this. Start the music. Lower the volume down a little bit. Alright, there we go. Get this up. Double check to see if we are live. We are live. Hello and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred today and years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information comes from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History,
Historical calendar,
and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else we gather throughout the show, check the description. I am, of course, Xander.
Dr. Lunk.
And you are you. Anyway, on with the show. Today is Saturn's Day, also known as Saturday, March 5th, 2022. Starting us off in the year 363, Roman Emperor Julian left Antioch with an army of 90,000 to attack the Sasanian Empire in a campaign which would bring about his own death. Ooh. That sucks.
Yeah. Also in 1046, Nasir Khusraw began a 7-year Middle Eastern journey, which he would later describe in his book of Zafarnama.
You roboted there for a minute. The whole article, actually. Would you mind repeating that, please?
Yeah, in 1046, Nasir Khusraw begins the 7-year Middle Eastern journey, which he would later describe in his book, Zafarnama.
Nice. That's a pretty long journey. Jumping on up to 1279, the Livonian Order was defeated in the Battle of Krakul by the Grand Duchy of Lithuania.
Nice. In 1496, King Henry VII of England issued letters patent to John Cabot and his sons, authorizing them to explore unknown lands.
Ah, interesting. In 1616, Nicholas Copernicus, Nicholas Copernicus's book On the Revolutions of the Heavenly Spheres was added to the Index of Forbidden Books 73 years after it was first published. Have the muffin mouth today.
Damn. Also, 1766, Antonio de Orla, the first Spanish governor of Louisiana, arrived in New Orleans.
Oh, cool, dude.
Yep.
That's your neck of the woods. In 1717, the Boston Massacre occurred, in which 5 Americans, including Crispus Attucks, were fatally shot by British troops in an event that would contribute to the outbreak of the American Revolutionary War, also known as the American War of Independence, 5 years later.
Yeah, man. That happened today. The Boston Massacre happened today.
Dang. And by the way, Crispus Attucks, we'll talk about her later on in the death section, but she was a slave.
Yeah.
So they killed a slave, I think.
Also, 1811, the Peninsula War, a French force under the command of Marshal Victor, exploded while trying to prevent an Anglo-Spanish-Portuguese army from lifting the siege of Cadiz in the Battle of Barossa.
Dang.
Wow. Not just the Anglos, the Spanish and the Portuguese. God damn, they were overwhelmed.
I know, dude. I'm just imagining the battle in my mind, like the tactics and everything going. So they're trying to come in and stop a siege, and then they got routed, so they failed. So
yeah.
Let's see here. 13 years later, in 1824, during the First Anglo-Burmese War, the British officially declared war on Burma. Okay, so that's when it started. Okay.
Damn. Also, 1825, Roberto Corvesi, one of the last successful Caribbean pirates, is defeated in combat and captured by authorities.
Dude, that's so weird. I've been playing the pirate area in Adventure Quest 3D the past day, so I've been helping pirates. I'm gonna try to get to be a pirate. In 1836, Samuel Colt patented the first production model revolver, the .34 caliber.
Nice. Also, in 1850, the Britannia Bridge across the Menai Strait between the islands of Anglesey and the mainland of Wales is opened.
I gotta look that up. What does that look like? Yeah, let's see here. Oh, okay. It's a bridge. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, I guess. Yeah. Wonder what that is. Anyway, jumping on up to 10 years later, or a decade, in 1860, Parma, Tuscany, Modena, and Romagna voted in referendums to join the Kingdom of Sardinia.
Okay. Also, in 1868, Mephistopheles, an opera by Arrigo Boito, received its premiere performance in La Scala.
Nice. In 1872, George Westinghouse patented the air brake.
Cunt.
Sorry, I had to mimic a truck sound.
Oh, good, because I said cunt for him.
Ah.
It's Westinghouse.
Yep, fuck Westinghouse.
Cunt.
Yeah. Pulling.
Also, in 1906, Moro Rebellion, United States Army troops bring overwhelming forces against the native Moros in the first battle of Bud Dojo, leaving only 6 survivors.
Damn, they got massacred. Like, that's like a legit massacre. 6 years later, in 1912, during the Italo-Turkish War, Italian forces were the first to use airships for military purposes, employing them for reconnaissance behind Turkish lines. Whoa.
Yeah.
Dang, so it was before World War I. Because
Yep.
World War I broke out in 1914, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, in 1931, the British Raj, Gandhi, the Irwin Pact is signed.
Let me look that up. I don't know why I keep yawning. I must be tired. The Gandhi-Irwin Pact was a political agreement signed by Mahatma Gandhi and Lord Irwin, Viceroy of India, today in 1931, before the second round table conference in London. I'm going to add a link to that in the underbar. But before I do, I'm going to take us up to 1933, in which Adolf Hitler's Nazi Party received 43.9% at the Reichstag elections, which allowed the Nazis to later pass the Enabling Act and establish a dictatorship.
Yeah. Remember, people, not all those type of people do bloody coups. Some of them blend in with the politicians.
Yeah, like, the Biden administration. Think about
Bush.
it. The Democrats, they're behind the Triple K. They're behind the Jim Crow laws. Biden himself did stuff involving that, and all the SJWs and BLMs are behind him for whatever reason, even though he hates them. Bunch of mindless.
They don't know. They don't know. They're poorly informed.
Yeah, well, in the age of information, ignorance is a choice. It's not that
That's
hard
why
to
I
Google.
get them and I pity them, because they don't know what's going to happen next.
Anyway, why don't you tell us what happened in 1936?
I will. In 1936, the first flight of the K-54, the first prototype Supermarine Spitfire advanced monoplane, fighter in the aircraft in the United Kingdom. Wow.
I gotta look that up. That sounds really interesting.
That sounds, yeah, especially because it's a prototype. It is.
Whoa, that's a pretty cool aircraft. Look at that thing.
I bet it is.
Dang. That looks sexy, dude. I want to fly that if I knew how to fly. In 1939, during the Spanish Civil War, the National Defense Council seized control of the Republican government in a coup d'etat with the intention of negotiating an end to the war. Sounds a lot like
Right.
what Lenin did with Russia.
Okay.
Well, that's what he did. He overthrew the government, and then as his position, he ended the war with Germany. During 1918, somewhere in there. And that was the birth of the Soviet Union.
Yep. Also, in 1940, 6 high-ranking members of the Soviet Politburo, including Joseph Stalin, signed an order for the execution of 25,700 Polish intelligentsia, including 14,700 Polish POWs, in what would become known as the Katyn Massacre.
Okay, let's see here. 25,700 plus 14,700 equals 40,400 people killed. Jesus Christ, dude!
Tell me about it.
Dude, and people thought, like, Mustache Man was a bad guy. Dude, Stalin,
He is a different mustache man. He is full mustache.
he's a big mustache.
He's thick mustache.
Thick mustache man.
And he was a problem.
Yes. 2 years later, in 1942, during World War II, Japanese forces captured Batavia, capital of the Dutch East Indies, which was left undefended after the withdrawal of the KNIL garrison and Australian Black Force Battalion to Boysensorg and Bandung.
Damn. Also, in 1943, the first flight of the Gloucester Meteor, Britain's first combat jet aircraft. Oh yeah, I've seen how this looks. This looks so awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Dude, that looks sick. Jumping up to 1944, also during the World War II, the Red Army began the Uman-Botosani offensive in the western Ukrainian SSR.
Damn. Also, in 1946, Cold War, Winston Churchill coins the phrase Iron Curtain in his speech at Westminster College, Missouri.
Dang. Iron Curtain.
Yep, the Iron Curtain.
In 1953, Joseph Stalin, the longest-serving leader of the Soviet Union, died at his Volokhodaka in Moscow after suffering a cerebral hemorrhage 4 days earlier. Here we go. Here we are. 4 days ago, we started, and here he is.
Yep.
Dead of a stroke.
Also, 1960, Indonesian President Sukarno dismissed the Dewan Perwakilan Rakyat (DRP) 1955 democratically elected parliament and replaced it with DRP-GR, the parliament of its own selected members.
That sounds like a kingship right there. And I was just thinking, Joseph Stalin, he got a stroke and then he died. And that's really fitting and ironic because with the stroke of a pen, he signed off millions to die. So just fitting that he died of a stroke as well. 3 years later, in 1963, American country music stars Patsy Cline, Hacksaw Hawkins, Cowboy Kopaz, and their pilot Randy Hughes were killed in a plane crash in Camden, Tennessee. That sucks.
Yeah, it's horrible. Also, in 1965, March Infadada, the leftist uprising erupts in Bahrain against British colonial presence.
Yeah, it's Bahrain. You gotta get the phlegm in there. Bahrain. So,
Okay.
Yep. Also, in 1966, BOAC Flight 911, a Boeing 707 aircraft, broke apart in mid-air due to clear air turbulence and crashed into Mount Fuji, Japan, killing all 124 people on board. Well, you know, that sucks, but it's pretty a badass way to die. Like, oh, how do you die? I crash into a mountain? Which one? Fuji. Oh, God.
Also in 1970, the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons goes into effect after ratification by 43 nations.
Yeah, proliferation, I believe, is how it's pronounced.
Okay, proliferation.
Yeah. The Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, commonly known as the Non-Proliferation Treaty, or NPT, is an international treaty whose objective is to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons and technology, to promote cooperation in the peaceful uses of nuclear energy, and to further the goal of achieving nuclear disarmament and general and complete disarmament. So I'm going to add the link to this wiki in the underbar. But before I do, I'm going to take us up to 1974, in which, during the Yom Kippur War, Israeli forces finally withdrew from the west bank of the Suez Canal. Took them long enough.
Yes, it did.
And actually...
Also, yep, about time they leave.
Yeah, well, something, because I was watching a thing, I think it was, once again, infographics. I haven't seen them in a couple of days, though, but I was watching that show, and what happened was, I think Saudi Arabia had Israel attack them at first I don't know, you know what, I'm just going to look this up. Hold on a second. Suez Canal infographics. I'm going to post the links to this, and I suggest people watch this here. So, anyway, go ahead, sir.
Yes, I will. Also, in 1978, the Landsat 3 is launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California.
Nice. What is the Landsat 3? Let's see. Landsat 3. Oh, it was a satellite. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we used to launch satellites out here. Way back in the day. Jumping on up 365 days later, in the year 1979, Soviet probes Venera 11, Venera 12, and the German-U.S. solar satellite Helios II all were hit by off-the-scale gamma rays, leading to the discovery of soft gamma repeaters. Yep. Dang. Satellites got fried.
Damn, man. Damn.
Zap.
Also, 1981, the ZX81, the pioneering British home computer, is launched by Sinclair Research and would go on to sell over 11.5 million units around the world.
I think it's 1.5.
1.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this just looks weird the way it.
Yeah. It should be like 1.5 or something. You know, like they put 1 and 1/2, 1.5.
God damn, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at the two. I'm like 11 out of 2. What the hell does that mean? So, moving on up to 1982, Soviet probe Venera 14 landed on Venus. Venus. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
2003?
2003. In Haifa, 17 Israeli civilians are killed in the Haifa bus 37 suicide bombing. Oh, shit.
Jeez. 2012, tropical storm Irwin killed over 75 as it passed through Madagascar. Ooh. I hope Alex Alline's okay.
Wait, what?
I hope Alex Aline is okay.
Yeah.
You know, from the movie Madagascar?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they fine.
Yeah.
But the most important one is King Julian okay?
Screw him.
Man, King Julian is the shit.
He's a dimwit.
And the most important person Morty.
Yo, Morty, isn't Morty like a demon or something? Like, I saw some kind of, like, at a passing glance, there's a theory out there that he's like a Doom Lord or something. I don't know.
Poor Morty in the second movie being chased by a fucking shark off of the shark chased him all on land. Yeah, the fucking thing kept on hopping after him.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
That damn thing risks dying of oxygen to kill this damn thing, but he later falls into the volcano.
Oh my god, wait, the shark fell into the volcano?
Yeah, he chased him all the way to a volcano.
Oh my god, I gotta watch. I don't think I've seen this movie. I haven't seen the sequel, although which one was it where they had that crazy French lady who followed her? Who followed everybody? Was that the second one?
Yes, both of them, really. You'll see the first one and the second one.
Oh, she's in the first one?
Yeah, the old lady who was kicking Alex's ass? Yeah.
No. I'm talking about the French lady. The animal control.
Oh, I don't know then. I'm guessing the third one.
Okay, I think I've only seen the first and the third. So, anyway, jumping on up to 2018, during the Syrian Civil War, the Syrian Democratic Forces, or SDF, paused the Deir ez-Zor campaign due to the Turkish-led invasion of Afrin.
Yeah. Also, in 2021, Pope Francis begins a historical visit to Iraq amidst the COVID-19 pandemic.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Cool, but Pope Francis can suck a dick.
Yeah, the Catholic Church as a whole needs to go away. So does all religions. Honestly, I'm an omnist, but all religion is really a form of control. You know, like
only one church to stay: the Church of Chicken.
Hell yeah.
Church's Chicken.
I have never had Church's Chicken.
Actually, I have, but it's okay. Their shit tastes like it's over battered, but the mac and cheese is good, and the biscuits are grand. They're honey.
I'm gonna have to try. See, that's the thing. Like, you know, you've had Church's Chicken, and I've had In-N-Out. So, you know, there's our give and take.
Yep.
Also in 2021, just last year, 20 people were killed and 30 more were injured in a suicide car bombing in Mogadishu, Somalia. I did not hear about that before, but that's awful. Anyway, before we get into Burst and Destiny, articles here intrigue you?
That prototype plane.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say the death of Stalin. Obviously,
of course.
Really, but also the fact that he signed off how many people? I forgot.
A lot.
A lot.
Say a lot.
So we could say Stalin died, but he took. I'll figure out a title. So it's going to be around Stalin. So but yeah. Anyway, births and deaths. Why don't you start us off here?
Yes, I will. In 1133, we have Henry II of England.
Dang, nice. 1750, we have Jean-Baptiste Gaspard d'Annecy de Violation, French scholar and academic.
1817, we have Austin Henry Layard, English archaeologist, academic, and politician who was an Undersecretary of State of Foreign Affairs.
That's a fancy title.
Yes, it is.
And in 1876, Thomas Inkstip, the first Viscount Caldecott, English lawyer and politician who was the 8th Lord Chief Justice of England.
Nice. Also, in 1879, Andrus Locker, Estonian general and politician who was the first Estonian Minister of War.
Thanks. 1891, we have Zhao Enlai, a Chinese politician who was the first premier of the People's Republic of China.
Nice. Also, in 1900, we have Johanna Langfield, German guardian supervisor of the Nazi concentration camps, man. Fuck you.
It's supposed to be 3, not the. Just he of 3 Nazi concentration camps. But yeah, the guy's an asshole. 1910. I'm sorry.
I'm telling him to eat a dick.
Yeah. 1 decade later, in 1910, Momofuku Ando was born, a Taiwanese-Japanese businessman who founded Nissin Foods.
Yeah. Also, him. I know who he is. He made the noodles.
The noodles?
Momofuku Ando.
Oh.
Yeah,
Top ramen? The cup?
Yeah.
Cup ramen?
The cup noodles, any of the Nissin food brands.
Oh,
he made
yeah,
that.
That's right. Thank you, Mr. Ando.
Yes.
He has helped countless college students.
Mr. Ando.
He has helped countless college students avoid starvation.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
Also, 1911, the Bruto Marchetti, Indian Air Marshal and father of the Indian Air Force.
Nice. Which, by the way, that reminded me, the first use of an aircraft during war, that also happened today. So that also intriguing, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see here. 12 years later, in 1923, Lawrence Tisch was born, a U.S. businessman who co-founded the Lowe's Corporation. Not Lowe's, but Lowe's, I think. At least this is how it was spelled on my source. Let me look this up, actually. Lowe's. Okay, it was the Lowe's Corporation is a U.S. conglomerate headquartered in New York City. The company's majority stakeholdings include CNA Financial Corporation, Diamond Offshore Drilling, Boardwalk Pipeline Partners, Lowe's Hotels, and Altium Packaging. The corporation positions itself as a value investor with a long-term focus. Their current stock price dropped 63 cents. So it's now $60.88 a stock. I'm going to add this to the underbar just for S's and G's. Who else was born today?
Also, in 1938, we have Fred Williamson, U.S. football player, actor, director, producer, and screenwriter. Yeah, I've seen some of the movies he's in.
You skipped a couple here.
Oh.
Yeah, 1927, we have Jack Cassidy, a U.S. actor and singer.
In 1936, we have Kanana Banana, Zimbabwean minister and politician who was the first president of Zimbabwe.
I told you the first president of Zimbabwe was a guy named Banana. Like, that's a... Kanana Banana.
Kanana Banana. Kanana Banana.
Kanana Banana.
So, if he would have got assassinated, I would have got in trouble, but I would have put banana peeled.
What was I saying? I remember, like, a year or so ago, or a while ago, I covered this in one of my previous shows. And, here we go. Somebody photoshopped his head on top of a banana.
Damn.
I'm going to use that as the... People are
Also in 1938, we have Fred Williamson, U.S. football player, actor, director, and producer, and screenwriter.
Yeah. 1939, Peter Woodcock, Canadian serial killer. Dang.
Yeah. Also in 1953, we have Tokyo Sex Whale. South African businessman and politician who was the first premier of Godenton.
Sex Whale. What a name, Tokyo Sex Whale.
Ooh, nice.
That's got to be like a fake name. Let me look that up real quick. Mosima Gabriel Sex Whale, also known as Tokyo Sex Whale, was a South African businessman, politician, anti-apartheid activist, and former political prisoner. Sex Whale was imprisoned on Robben Island for his anti-apartheid activities alongside figures such as Nelson Mandela. So this guy was with Nelson Mandela. Oh my god. What's with these names, dude? Kanan Banana, Sex Whale? This is
yeah.
I was literally about to say this is bananas. Just adding
also,
this to the underbar.
1955, we have Penn Jillette.
Oh yeah.
U.S. magician and author and actor. U.S. magician, actor, and author.
Yep. Penn
One half of Penn and Teller.
Yep. Penn from Penn and Teller. Didn't we cover Teller's birth like a couple weeks ago?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did Raymond Teller's birth.
Yep. 1956, we have Christopher Snowden, an English engineer and academic. And first, I thought for a second he was Edward Snowden last night. I was really tired, so I just added him in. But whatever. Happy birthday, Christopher.
Cool. In 1958, we have Bob Ford, U.S. director, producer, and screenwriter.
I wonder if he's always thinking ahead. You know, moving forward. Aha. Aha.
Yeah.
1960, we have Paul Drayson, Baron Drayson, English businessman and politician who is a minister for defense, equipment, support, and technology.
Okay. Also, in 1974, we have Matt Lucas, English actor, comedian, writer, and television personality.
And last but not least, 1980, Shay Carl, U.S. businessman who co-founded Maker Studios. And I remember watching him on YouTube, the Shay Tards and all that stuff, way back when. Like he was doing, he did a vlog every day for like years. So, anyway, moving into deaths. Starting us off in the year 254, we have Pope Lucius the First.
Also, in 824, we have Sopho the First, Frankish nobleman.
1239, we have Hermann Balk, German knight.
And 1725, we have Evelyn Pierrepont, first Duke of Kingston, Upton Hull. English politician who was a Lord President of the Council.
Nice. 1770, we have Crispus Attucks, an American slave. Yeah, let me read something up on this person real quick. Crispus Attucks was a American whaler, sailor, and stevedore of African and Native American descent. Generally regarded as the first person killed in the Boston Massacre and thus the first American killed in the American Revolution. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. So, see, here's something that I didn't even think about. We went to war after a slave got killed. We went to war and formed a nation because of to help black people. Well, not to help black people, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Also in 1815, Franz Mesmer, German physicist and astrologist.
Man, dude, astrology is really mesmerizing.
Yes, it is.
1829, John Adams, an English sailor and mutineer.
Damn. Also, 1849, we have David Scott, Scottish historical painter.
1895, Sir Henry Rawlinson, first baronet, English general and scholar.
Yeah. In 1929, we have David Dunbar Buick, Scottish U.S. businessman who founded Buick.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, not nice. He died, but you know.
But Buicks are nice cars.
Yeah, they are. 1945, we have Lena Baker, a black U.S. citizen who was held captive post-slavery era, born in 1900. That's not good.
Now, in 1953, we have Joseph Stalin, Soviet dictator and politician of Georgian descent who was the second leader of the Soviet Union. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, what? Oh,
Rest in peace.
Piss, okay, I was... 1982, rest in peace to this guy, John Belushi, U.S. actor. You will be missed.
Yeah, it's famous for Animal House and the Blues Brothers.
Food fight!
2013, we have Hugo Chavez. Fuck him. Venezuelan colonel and politician who was the first president of Venezuela. Yeah, he also brought socialism to it too. Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Suck a dick.
Yep. Well, he's dead, so he's sucking dicks in hell now. Anyway, that concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar for any links you may be interested in. which also include...
Sohin TV.
Yep, and anything Omni Coalition. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
I am Lunk.
And you are you. You can check us out. We stream normally at 12 every day, Pacific time, which is, what?
Central, for me.
What time, though?
2.
Yes.
Or
Yep. 12 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, all that stuff, yada yada. Anyway, until tomorrow, you'll see us then. Toodles!
yes, toodles.